and we are literally right before one of the main battles in this area. And not only that, but as you can see right there, I kind of forgot to, you know, use the spirit grid last episode at the end of it, you know, after it was over and stuff. But anyway, so before we start, my merchandise is available. You just added one new item, actually 3 new items yesterday for Lucia Davidson's merch, and that was yesterday. So I added a cell phone case for Samsung and iPhone to the merch, and the yoga pants I said I was going to add. And not only that, but the link is down below also for that, and my Instagram is also down there. And not sure why, but my PayPal, which is there, is not working, but the About section, it is working. So, without further ado, let's get this thing started.
Oh. I had heard from Seymour, but I didn't know if we'd actually meet. Good to see you, Oren. 10 years, is it?
Trust me, guys, I wish we could skip this area too.
One of the 4 maesters
at least
of
for the dialogue.
He leads the warrior
and
monks,
mainly because of
and
one
also
person.
commands the crusaders.
Seymour and Keenock.
All troops ready to move at your command, sir.
Good. Dismissed.
What? Sir.
Tell me, Oren, where have you been the last 10 years?
What?
Right.
Lord Keenock.
Oh, yes. Proceed.
That Keenock a maester?
I heard that, Oren.
Yeah, I know. I am really good at the game, but, you know, it does get difficult.
Fulfilling
later
the promise I made to a friend.
It does get really difficult. And I will show you guys a little bit of a trick, kind of.
Have you seen
Not sure if it really works. It feels to me like it works, but in the end of it, I don't know if it actually works or not.
I think we don't belong here.
But, we'll see.
It is time at last. We must tell the Albed waiting outside to begin the operation at once.
And,
the fiends may break through.
I may need to turn off my phone Wi-Fi.
Make sure you're prepared to defend yourselves. Tell me when you're ready.
That Chinese dude looks like Trick.
Yeah. All these guys and characters are pretty much Japanese in origin. Mainly because this game is literally kind of based on Japanese. Like Tidus and Yuna, I believe their names mean sun and moon respectively. At least I believe they do. I can't remember specifically if they do or not, but I'm pretty sure it's close to that. And because of the battle we are about to endure, we're going to need to save it. Because we do not want to go through all that dialogue again. So, without further ado, let's get this thing going.
Are you ready?
Yes, we are.
Maester Keenock.
Of course, I do not own the rights to this theme, so cannot be held responsible for the copyright claims.
Will sin come?
Sin always returns for its spawn. To make sure, we're going to encourage them to call out to it.
You won't have to. It'll come.
I remembered Oren telling me. Sin is my old man. Sin is Jekt.
This is a boring part. Where is the action?
It's coming up very shortly. And in fact, very, very shortly. In fact, more than one of my characters might die in this whole sequence. I hope not, but who knows, really. Here we go. And of course he's gonna start out that, and yeah, so we're gonna cure him, and then I'm gonna start using haste. Good idea to use haste on him
What is
first.
the thing?
It's a sin spawn. One of the tougher enemies in this game.
Those arms are in the way.
It's not one of those enemies that will like kill you outright, but those are ones you'll see later on. But it's one of those enemies that will kill you.
Is it strong?
Yes, it is. In fact, it takes more than a couple tries. This thing right here in front of us, it's not going to die right now. It's going to come back.
It's gonna do something. Time for.
Yeah. What it's going to do there is Venom, which is a poison maneuver, but there is one quick way to take the head out. And fortunately, I did not use, Fire Fury yet, so I'm going to use it. Alright. So we got that. We made it stop moving, which means no Venom. And, of course, I am going to keep this up, and,
Your character is dying.
yeah, he was, for a moment. I healed him up, though, so once I, get back to him, I am going to, well, not switch him out, because, well, I'm going to wait, and, once I bring in, Lulu's replacement, which will more than likely be Waka, I will put haste on him. Because he's also very useful with this battle. Mainly because of
Is
that.
there a stronger monsters in that?
Yes, a lot of them. One of them is that one I just mentioned moments ago. The one that's a lot stronger than this one is one of those that can kill you pretty quickly if you're not prepared enough. I'm not going to spoil it just yet because he will be later on in this game, and he will show his face pretty quickly. And really, he'll show his face a lot in this part as well. So, with that, I'm gonna need to heal him with ether or something.
Can you kill it?
Yes. Yes, you can. But there is a easier way to kill it that is not in this game, unfortunately. I'm not sure why they didn't include it, but, I guess the times influenced that. Because I guess at this point they didn't think of that idea, or something like that. I don't know why, but it would have been a great idea. And the thing I'm talking about is a spell.
Best game ever, you're really good at it.
Yeah. The one move I'm talking about is the spell Berserk. And if that was in this game, it would be a lot easier to eliminate this monster I'm talking about. And because of that, it's, because of it not being in this game, it is harder to eliminate it. Because, well, if I was to have that move, Berserk, it would prevent that enemy from really doing anything.
Can you give me a shout out?
Yes, who is this again? It's Armando, right? Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so guys, Twine Cheeks is his YouTube channel name, and you can find him. I will be adding him eventually to my featured channels next time I am at the library. So, yesterday I wasn't able to do it because he was a little bit busy, so I was not able to get me his YouTube channel. But next time I am at the library, I will be sure that he is on my featured channels. So go check out his channel too. He has over 1 million subscribers right now, and yeah. So as you see there, I have eliminated the possibility of him using Venom, but he could also possibly kill me here in a few moments.
100000005.
What was that? Right. So, that enemy has just literally cost himself. I think. Anyway. We'll have to see if he did or not. I don't know if this will kill him or not, but, you know, maybe we'll get lucky. And it did not. So we're not lucky today. But it's no worries. We will defeat him. And the trick I was talking about before is going to be able to be used, well, and not too long from now, I guess.
Where is a demon thing? Emoji soft ice cream, emoji soft ice cream, emoji soft ice cream, emoji soft ice cream.
What demon thing? Alright, so I am going to grand summon now. And with that, I can summon Phoenix, and he will have 2 overdrives. And that means I can use Energy Blast twice. As long as he doesn't kill me before I use the second one, that is. Yike. Alright.
Sorry, wrong thing.
Oh.
Sorry.
No worries. Alright, so he is going to regenerate already, and now I'm going to use it for the second time. Energy Blast. This is literally the only Aeon in this game that has 2 overdrives. And by that I mean, like, you know, he only has like 2. All the other Aeons and stuff, as they're called, the summons anyway, they all have 1 overdrive move. Like, you know, like Diablo now, as I named him, has Hellfire. Anima has, like, he's one of the extra ones that later on Dive Attack hits multiple times. There is only 1 Aeon in this game that you have to pay him to use Aeons, or his overdrive move, or his moves in general. Otherwise he will not attack. And that is one of the enemies you actually have to, well, one of the Aeons you actually have to pay for in this game. Not real money, but in-game gil.
Look out!
This game was, of course, originally on PS2, so there are no, you know, microtransactions of any kind. And of course,
You were one of them, my best YouTubers.
And of course, like when it comes to what I'm gonna do later, eventually, when this series, or when I get it, I should say, because that's when I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna start it anyway. I will be doing an online gameplay series, and that will be a Final Fantasy game, but it will be Final Fantasy 14, which is
Yuri, one of my best YouTubers.
cool. Thanks, man. And here we go, and I am going to show you the trick
back, Lady
I
Luck.
mentioned.
Yes.
It's going to be a little bit difficult, but it will work. Trust me, guys. I am going to take out the moves here with Seymour, and once he is, done, eliminating the other things that he needs to eliminate, the ones that he can really, take out really in one shot, I'm going to eliminate him. It's not going to do much, but it will do something. I'm not really sure if it... In fact, I'm pretty sure it doesn't help later on, but I know it does, like, somewhat work. Right, there goes the head. And I'm sure you guys can tell why I want to eliminate him. And let it make it so he doesn't have any experience in this level, in this part of the game. Because just look at his fire attacks and how much damage they're doing. Yeah. You'll see later on, he does a lot more. And I do mean a lot more damage. In fact, he doesn't only just attack it once. He doesn't only attack you once, he attacks you multiple times. So. Okay, so I'm going to get him down to a certain point where Orin and Yuna can take him out. And then one more attack should do it. And there we go. Now, I can work on taking out Seymour. Taking him out of the battle, in fact. There we go. He's done. For now. Alright. As you guys can more likely tell, there's no changing in this part of the battle. There's no changing, like, people or anything. I am going to summon here and, take out, well, one of the enemies. Well, I'm really going to take out him. First, it's going to be pretty easy, but, we're going to do it. Right now. And there he goes. That is the end of that enemy. And of course, as you can see, Seymour did not get a single level.
The others.
And here goes one of the other assault items that was not going to work. Of course, right there you think it's going to work. But then it doesn't. So, now we switch back to Titus. As soon as the scene gets done showing, and we can move. I'm gonna go find one of the survivors, and once I get there, I will tell you guys exactly what happens in the other idea that I mentioned earlier in the last episode, where if you speak to him, like, I believe it was 3 or 2 times, saying the same advice, like, it's, yeah, you should be on the front lines, and, he's pretty much says, I've got to show Luzu what I can do, and he only says that until, you know, this whole, you can't say anything else after that. But here he is right here. It is Gata, and if you go up to him and talk to him, if you do the other item, if you, like, say, you know, that point where he goes to, I've got to show Luzu what I can do, at this point when you talk to him, he won't say anything. He'll just slump over. You'll find out what happens to Luzu at the temple shortly after this. But we're not going to go exactly all the way there right yet, but we are going to end it right after this whole scene in this episode, and then next episode, which will be Sunday, will be that part. As of tomorrow's episode will be my Career Universe Mode series again, and that'll be the Lost City.
You won't hurt it. Your powers are still too weak.
But I must do something.
You can't.
I really hate that guy. You guys will see later why I hate him. Exactly why I hate him. I mean, you won't see it until a few hours into the
I have no idea what I was
series or this series, but you will see it.
Before I knew what I was doing, there I was, chasing him down like a thief at market. Maybe I was angry. Maybe I wanted to go home. I kept thinking of Xanarkand and my old man.
Funny part about this scene, it's supposedly supposed to be like the far plane, which will show up later and we'll go to later, but it looks nothing like the far plane when we go to it later. And there's Luzu. And one of the Faith, which, by the way, is, the Faith is literally the summon. Like, you see the summon we first got, the summon we have now, the second one we have, those are each those kind of people. In this game, they pretty much give their lives to the Faith to become Aeons.
They say you're no good because you drink all the time.
I can quit drinking whenever I want.
Then do it now.
What did you say?
You just said you can't.
Tomorrow, maybe.
Why not today?
Why do today what you can leave for tomorrow? There he goes again.
The old adage.
I thought I sensed
So,
my
like,
old
for
man
those
there.
of you guys that like my WWE series,
Somewhere.
it will be back tomorrow.
Or maybe it was just Sin's toxin playing tricks on my mind.
Same time, of course, as the weekdays, except for Sunday, which is 2 p.m. Central Time in the afternoon.
How many died today? People die and Yuna dances. When will she stop dancing? When will it stop? Yuna won't stop dancing. Not until Sin is gone. Those were my thoughts then, I think.
I see you're still here.
Huh?
Many stories.
If you see
ended
those
here
boxes
today.
behind Yuna, where she's dancing and stuff,
Yours goes on, I see.
you can climb up those later. And is a way to get... It is the place where you get
Sin had come and
Orin's
gone,
celestial
but I
weapon.
remained here.
Right, so we're gonna walk here and then watch this scene,
A swift
and right
retreat.
after we will save it.
Satisfied?
What do you
Well,
mean?
I'll save it off camera, but
Those
you know
who
what I mean.
turn from Yevon die,
We'll end this episode.
while the faithful live on.
The past 10 years have changed you, I see.
He has no idea.
You do not look so well. But now, more than ever, you must be the people's strength, their confidence. Anyone else would be expected to show their sorrow. But you are a summoner. You are Spira's hope. Until sin is defeated, you must not relent. Do you understand?
Yes. I understand.
Are you afraid? Yuna, take me as your pillar of strength, as Yuna Leska had her Lord Zayon. Lady Yuna, until next we meet, farewell.
Alright. That is it for this episode, ladies and gentlemen. But before I leave you here with this episode, let me remind you, my merchandise is available right now. And the link is in the description for that, as is my Instagram. And if the PayPal link to donate is not working in the description, there is one over in the about section on my page that says donate here. And so yeah, and as always, guys, before we go, remember to hit that subscribe button if you're not subscribed, ring the notification bell, hit the thumbs up if you enjoy the series, and I will see you guys in the next one. As always, remember, stay dangerous.